Welcome. Message from the streets. Today's topic is the Christmas spell. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be popular with a lot of people, but you know what? In this day and time, truth must be told. And at first, I was going to address the so-called African American community about the dynamics of telling your children about Christmas. Yet, I feel like this is a universal perspective because, on account that collective reasoning and research will show that the Europeans or the Caucasian Americans have been placed under this spell more so than any other American, whatever their nationality is, and followed by the African Americans, because a lot of the things so-called African Americans, so-called black people participate in are traditions from the Europeans. And we're going to go right on into it. The indoctrination of this day to celebrate Jesus the Christ birthday. That's a gimme, but the sorcery and witchcraft and the spell casting come in when you tell people your children about Santa Claus. See, y'all not paying attention. Santa Claus is a misrepresentation of God because he knows what you're doing. If you've been good or bad, all year round, he's watching you. This is the thing that people use to tell their children. And then, when Christmas time come around, Christ Mass, let's look at the whole thing. Mary, like in the Virgin Mary, Christ, like in the Christ Christos, Messiah, and then Mass, like in Catholicism. This is where this celebration and this word has come from. You do your research, come to your own conclusion. People may have other variations of acknowledging the birth of Hamashiach, Yahshua Jesus, but Mary Christ Mass is straight from the bowels of Catholicism. Now, we got Santa Claus, this God-like figure that you're telling your kids about. But you know what? The Santa Claus is actually Satan Claus because Santa Claus is a liar. See what I'm saying? Kids write these lists up all the time, because they believe that this mythical being gonna come and drop them presents off riding across the heavens with reindeers pulling them with little elves and stuff up at the North Pole. My thing was when I was younger, I was like, when I was coming into right knowledge or awakening from the Christmas spell, what do God or Jesus have to do with lies? And the whole thing is, you may say that, oh, it's for the kids, and that's good, that's cool. But I'm like, tell the kids the truth. One thing for sure, to give the credit to an imaginary, fictional figure for all the hard work that people have done throughout the course of the year so they can give to their children these gifts and things, that's a no-no with me. Santa Claus ain't getting no shine, no glory because that joker ain't did nothing. See what I'm saying? Zero. You know who did stuff for me when I was young? My mother, my father, my sisters, my relatives that loved me and they cared for me and they wanted me to be happy. See, I thought about it because I used to be against Christmas. But you know what I thought about? I said, you know what? It's a happy time of year. People happy, people giving, and so forth and so on. Some people I talked to, they said it's a sign of hypocrisy because they could be doing it all year round. I agree to disagree with them. No matter what you're doing it for, if you helping someone out, you paying for somebody grocery, you paying for somebody Christmas list, and you not taking no credit for, that's a good thing in my book. Because really, if this time wasn't coming around, people may never do those types of things. But you know what? To each his own. But moving forward, so now we look at the whole spell casting dynamics, and some children are so what's that, traumatized because they know they've been good, they've been doing everything, they've getting good grades and everything, but you know what, their parents can't afford it. But the little boy or little girl across the street or next door being bad as HE devil hockey sticks and their parents can't afford it. And they get everything that they want. You see the thing here. Tell the children the truth. Don't have them thinking that some mythical situation going to happen and it end up traumatizing them. See what I'm saying? I never told my kids about Santa Claus. I never told them in the sense where as though that I was going to give this individual or this fictional being credit for the hard work and the sacrifices that I had to do, and their mothers and their grandparents and things. There's no way in the seven seas of the seven seas. See what I'm saying? My thing is tell the truth. Traditionalism is not truth. And this is one of the fallacies of the American experience. You go around telling your kids about Santa Claus, Easter Bunny, they celebrating Halloween and things of that nature. I don't have a problem with that, but tell them the truth. Tell them that the bunny and the eggs represent fertility, and this was the way that the people of former times they worshiped the fertility god. This is during Easter. Tell them about Mithras, Dionysus. These individuals in prior time are the ones that celebrated their birth on these days. When you learn about Mithras, they was getting drunk and men were having intimacy with men and they were switching off wives. Tell them the truth. Tell them the truth about the mistletoe. Do some research before you have your children believing in these ancient rituals that have nothing to do with Christ, nothing to do with the birth of the Mashiach, the Messiah. See, and this is the thing. People do not want to release falsehood and take in truth. So when you refuse to release falsehood, you continue to operate in falsehood and deceit and lies in a way where as though it's not beneficial for you or your kids. Every year you lie to your kids. And the worst thing about that, your kids look up to you. You're the one that they look for protection and they trust you. But you lying to them every year about a big old dude flying across the sky and some reindeers. He up in North Pole and he got elves and they making toys and all this. It's a lie. Just get that in your mind. Tell them the truth. Man, these toys are manufactured at plants and things. People work to put these toys together. It ain't no elves doing this. Elves in these stories about Santa Claus and the talking snowmans and the flying reindeers. This is just the mythology around these things. I know some of you say your children they won't understand. Your children don't understand the truth about these things because you've been lying to them so long. If you tell them the truth from the giddy up, as time go on, their minds will start opening up and the truth will start settling and they're going to know the falsehood from the truth. They're not going to be 9 and 10 years old going to school talking about there's some Santa Claus and the other kids laughing at them because parents like myself done told their children the truth while you've been lying to your kids. That's facts, one-on-one. Ladies and gentlemen, today's topic, bring it to the end. I didn't want to talk this long about it, but it's about the Christmas spell. The Christmas spell is a spell from hell. Jeremiah chapter 10, about the Christmas tree. Go do your research. See what I'm saying? It's okay that you're in these ways right now, but it's not okay to stay in these ways and tell your children and be lying to your children about what you don't know about because of something you heard, because something your mother heard, your father, your grandparents heard, your grandparents heard from the colonizers. And when I say the colonizers just only didn't colonize so-called blacks. They colonized the minds of their own people. And that is the greatest trick of them all. Ladies and gentlemen, peace, love, and grace. Enjoy your holidays, holy days, festivity, and just know that truth over falsehood is going to win every time. It may be tough at the beginning, but you're going to win in the end. Oneness.